Hello, it's Maggie the Cheshire Crafter here. It's Thursday the 14th of August and I've just returned home from the Southport flower show. Now this is an independent flower show that's been going on for over 100 years. I was able to go online and pre-purchase an e-ticket, so I had that on my phone, and because I had a carer with me I needed to take a pip letter so that my carer got in for free. Now, it's not cheap. The tickets are £27 and you pay a booking fee. Now, irrespective of having a blue badge, you still need to pay for parking, but the disabled parking is alongside the Victoria Park site. So that's £10 for parking all day. The normal park and ride was closed in Southport, but you would be stewarded to the nearest car parks. We got there about 1 o'clock. And it closes at 6. Today was the first day and it runs until Sunday. So the entrance that's closest to the disabled parking avoids the main steps, and the Victoria Park is all flat. There's a circular pavement, as you can see here, and then there's a cross going through right way through the middle of it, and it's busy already and it's quite warm. It's nice, isn't it? So now Zoe hasn't been to the Southport flower show before, so she's in for a real treat. Now what I suggest, Zoe, is should we go around that way and go clockwise? And this one just shows what you can do with growing vegetables in your garden. But the sculpture of the wheel is particularly noticeable because it's catching in the sunlight, in the sun. And as we go towards it a little bit, we can actually see more of the planting and the insect house and the bird house and the nice tomatoes and all the different varieties that you can get for your garden. And then somebody's obviously needing a little bit more help in these. And these are obviously raised planters. Delightful. This garden is by the U3A, that's the University of the Third Age. And they're applying science and a little bit of humour into this garden. The lady behind me who's in a lab coat is trying to impart some of the technical abilities, but I really don't understand the cabbage patch that looks rather like it's just had cabbages plonked on gravel. I'm sure there's an explanation to that. This garden by James Comish has won the medals, as you see, and the trophies, and it's very much Japanese inspired. Chrysanthemums, Zoe, the pink flowers here are what I'm looking for, Japanese and anemones, and you can see them higher up at the back, very much the chrysanthemums, and the feature at the back is gleaming beautifully in the sun today. And then there's a delightful water feature here at the front. And although I'm not a lover of chrysanthemums, I think this is stunning, to be honest. Pretty spectacular, Zoe says. Yeah. This is the school's garden, where the children from the local schools have been represented. And I think the little one at the back, look at the little one, just showing what pleasure you can get from something very simple like a teepee in the garden. The more interested they are as a child, the more likely they are to carry it on into adulthood. If this guy has designed this garden, bravo, because this is stunning. If you won the lottery and you wanted some feature in your garden, you couldn't go wrong with something like that. And then those seats look rather inviting, don't they? Cheers, thank you. The beauty of having Southport Flower Show in the pre-existing park is you can borrow from the normal landscape, and this is a really good example of a garden that's done that. This has won a challenge trophy, and the height that they can get on this garden is borrowed from the park's natural woodland, and the sound of that waterfall is very welcome. There's yet another trophy on offer here. This is by S.J. Pay Landscapes that I've seen before. Now there is quite a lot of concrete paving and slabs in this, but you can see the area for the insects encouraged. And sometimes you just need an area of calm. There is a waterfall feature at the back. It's more of a trickle. But sometimes you just need that calm to show off the planting. And in this garden, they've done it beautifully. So he's delighted because she thinks she's found, and she might be right, she's found the Hobbit garden. This is it says a kid's story garden, and it's got a library at the back. It's got beautiful planting. I think it's got a tea area at the back there, and it's got its own Hobbit house. As we're getting very thirsty, the lemonade on offer at this Spanish themed villa garden with its olive tree is starting to look very tempting. I think we need a drink, don't you, Zoe? It's started to get a little bit breezy here, which in Southport is very welcome because it's about 22 degrees today. But for the vendors, it really shows off some of these sculptures in the best way possible. is both classic and classy, and it won first prize. Mostly hidden deep inside, there's a mask. So I'm going to vote for this one. This did win a first prize. I'll tell you who it was made by in a moment, but it is delightful, and it's got my favourite flower, the clematis, in it. So much hard work from the florists in this one, and it's just beautifully displayed. And this is Zoe's favourite, and she's really put out that it only got third prize because she said she thinks this is gorgeous. But each little tin, it's its own work of art. They're like little miniatures, so okay, I'll give it that. It was by... And that leads us into the floral marquee, and as usual we've got the first sighting of vegetables. This stand is always spectacular and always wins a prize. Because that's a mini Austin Clubman, I think, because it's actually a van. I bet it was a floristry van. This is gorgeous, and likewise it's won the large gold medal trophy.
This will go into a vase, because really the flowers need to be in some kind of medium, otherwise by the time you get home they're not going to be worth anything really. But if you take this home, once the flowers have died off, then you can recycle the frame. Whether you put it in the vase and just place the flowers in, or just create another hand tied, is entirely up to you.
And one of my favourites is the herb garden. I think I bought plants from this company last year. I'm going to see what they've got for sale. That's just a bit of fun. We're in the second part of the floral marquee here. This is just a delightful little entrance. And it's nice and cooling too, isn't it? And in the centre there's a very clever watering system, maintaining the plants that are in the troughs all the way around the side of this barrel-shaped feature. This is something I didn't expect to see. This is the alpaca farm, and you can pet the alpacas if you're prepared to come close enough, but they probably spit a bit. Oh. When you're flagging, this is perfect. The vintage tea room, and we're going to stop here for a lovely cup of tea and possibly some cake. How very British is this? Oh, I bet they've got a Victoria sponge.